In ancient Greece, the people had a deep reverence for the goddess Nemesis. They believed that she was the personification of punishment and divine retribution, especially towards those who exhibited too much pride or hubris. Nemesis was an integral part of the Greek mythos, and her importance was cemented by her ability to ensure that justice and balance were maintained in the world. Her role as the goddess of retribution meant that she would appear to punish individuals who had shown arrogance towards the gods, and the consequences of their actions would catch up with them. One of the most famous stories featuring Nemesis was that of Narcissus. Narcissus was a man who was so consumed by his own beauty that he fell in love with his own reflection. His excessive pride led him to ignore the plight of a love-struck admirer, which angered Nemesis. As a result, she cursed him by trapping him in his own reflection. The tragic tale serves as a warning that excessive pride and vanity can be a person's downfall. Nemesis was also revered for her ability to restore balance to the world. She ensured that no single individual held too much power or wealth and prevented the powerful from taking advantage of the weak. Her role in maintaining balance and order in the world was crucial, but she was also feared by many. Nemesis was believed to bring destruction and ruin to those who angered the gods. In Greek art, Nemesis was often depicted carrying a sword or a set of scales, symbolizing her role in retribution and balance. Her legacy can still be seen in modern times, where the concept of karma is often associated with the goddess of divine retribution. Overall, Nemesis was a revered and feared figure in ancient Greek religion, and her importance in maintaining balance and order in the world cannot be overstated. In ancient Greece, Nemesis was originally known as the distributor of fortune, but over time, she evolved to represent a sense of justice and retribution. She was often associated with Tyche, and had the power to balance fortune's chance. However, Nemesis was not a benevolent force. In fact, she was known for bearing affliction to mortals and was often referred to as deadly Nyx. Nemesis was the implacable justice of Zeus, existing from before him in images that resembled other goddesses such as Rhea, Demeter, Cybele, and Artemis. She was an important figure in Greek tragedies, known for avenging crimes and punishing hubris, which is excessive pride or arrogance. In fact, she was sometimes called Adrastea or Erinis, and represented a force from which no escape was possible. The Greek view of divine retribution is exemplified in the works of Sophocles and Hesiod, who frequently referenced Nemesis in their writing. She was a powerful and feared figure, representing the idea that everything comes with a price. Whether good or bad, Nemesis ensured that balance was always maintained, and that justice was done. Despite her fearsome reputation, Nemesis remains an intriguing figure in Greek mythology. Her ability to balance the scales of fortune and mete out justice to the hubristic and proud makes her a figure to be both admired and feared. The myth of Nemesis and Helen of Troy has intrigued people for centuries. According to the Cypria of Stasinus of Cyprus, Nemesis, the goddess of retribution and righteous anger, was the mother of Helen. She was born from the rape of the goddess by Zeus. In the myth, Nemesis refused Zeus's sexual advances, but she fell asleep, and he raped her while she was sleeping. From this rape, an egg was produced, which was later given to Leda, queen of Sparta, who hatched it and raised Helen as her own daughter. However, there is another version of the story, where Zeus asked Aphrodite to transform into an eagle and pursue him while he turned into a swan. Nemesis took pity on the swan and went to its aid. However, while she was distracted, Zeus turned back into his true form and raped her. Another egg was then given to Leda, and Helen was born. It is worth noting that there is no single definitive version of the myth. However, the interesting detail that remains is that Nemesis, the goddess of retribution and righteous anger, was linked to one of the most notorious heroines in Greek mythology. Helen's beauty was renowned throughout the land, and her abduction by Paris led to the Trojan War. Despite her beauty, the origins of her birth and her mother, Nemesis, are still shrouded in mystery. Once upon a time, in Greek mythology, there was a virgin attendant of Artemis named Aura. Aura was lean and boyish, and she boasted about her every chance she got, claiming her silhouette was superior to that of the curvaceous goddess Artemis. Aura went as far as to question the virginity of Artemis, claiming that a woman with such a figure could not possibly be chaste. Artemis, outraged by the accusation, went to Nemesis seeking revenge. Nemesis assured Artemis that Aura would be punished and that her punishment would be to lose her virginity, which Aura took such pride in. Nemesis then asked Eros, the god of love, for help to execute the punishment. Eros struck Dionysus with one of his arrows, causing the god of wine to fall hopelessly in love with Aura. Though Aura rejected Dionysus's advances, he decided to take matters into his own hands. Dionysus got Aura drunk, tied her up, and raped her while she lay unconscious, thereby fulfilling Nemesis's plan. Aura lost her virginity, and Artemis's honor was defended. However, Dionysus's actions caused great harm, and Aura suffered in ways she never imagined. In the end, the gods demanded vengeance for Aura, and Dionysus received punishment for his crime. While the story had a dark ending, it served as a warning to those who would challenge the gods and their power.
Do you want to explore more Greek mythology stories? Who do you want to see featured next? Subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know. I'll see you in the next video.